share a little magic, but today it's magic in the kitchen. I'm making latkes.
And it's no hocus pocus happening in our kitchen. Magician Paul Draper tries his hand at making latkes. And we think the result is pure magic. Stay tuned for more GTU after the short break.
Oh, this is a man of many talents. You've seen him on our show bringing illusions and magic to our set. Well, now he's cooking up a different kind of magic in our kitchen. Paul Draper is our chef today, and he's making potato latkes just in time for Hanukkah.
That's right. Everybody can make a latke. It's a celebration food. Why not try a celebration food from every culture in the world? So these are a few things that I grabbed over here. I'm going to come around
All right,
you.
I'll switch you sides.
What you're going to need is you'll want some flour, some baking soda, some oil, some good oil, or what's really good when you can get it is what's called schmaltz, which is chicken fat or duck fat.
Good to know.
Some applesauce or sour cream to coat, some salt and pepper, potatoes, and an onion, and eggs. Or if you want to do it the easy way, at Target and Sprouts and Macy's, you can get the potato pancake mix.
I love it. It says food that makes you sing.
Right.
That's what latkes are.
All of these ingredients, every single one of them, has kosher symbols on it. And people often ask me what the kosher symbols are. It doesn't mean a rabbi prayed over it. It's like USDA approved that it was clean food. That
Where's
the workers
that symbol, Paul?
So on this one, you can see the little U.
Oh, that's what that is. The U. That's right here.
That's the Union of Orthodox Rabbis. So this one has the little U.
It's tiny, right there in the corner.
You can look for. Let's see over here. The oil has a little K with a star on it.
That's what you're looking for when you're shopping.
Right, or this one too. I mean, all sorts of foods have them. This one, even the meadow gold has a symbol on it that says kosher dairy.
And
right there.
Paul, Hanukkah kicks off on Christmas this year.
It does.
On
Isn't that fun?
Wednesday. And do you typically make latkes on Christmas Day or Hanukkah Day? When do you do this?
Right, so you make them during the 8 nights of Hanukkah. You make them at that time, and it's usually a communal dish. So I took some potatoes and some onions and shredded those up. You want to make sure to cut the end off your onion, right? Cut that off, peel it. Wash your potatoes really well, but I tend to keep the skin on it because just that little bit of flavor.
It's heartier.
It's heartier. Then you want to take all this good stuff right there, and so you get a good fry on it. You want to squeeze out all the excess water. So there's going to be excess water in there, and we want to squeeze out as much of that.
There's a lot more water there than I thought. Right. I feel like Paul's going to make the potato disappear. That's usually what you do on the show.
That's usually the game. But yes, you want to squeeze out as much of that water as possible, and that's going to fry better after you've done that. We'll get rid of that guy and open this up. Now, once you take out the insides, and of course I'd do this and save more of it if we had more time.
Yes.
But we'll toss that, keep going. Now we want to salt and pepper to taste. We'll get some salt in there. I like a little pepper. We'll throw some pepper in there and an egg. Normally you'd want a little less egg than this for this much potato, but we'll have fun today.
Because the egg's the binding.
We'll just bind there.
In there, yes.
With that, throw that in. And a little bit of this baking powder, right? Baking powder to throw in. Not a lot,
And does it need flour too?
It does need flour.
How about I stir?
Okay, that's really kind of you.
While you open up the flour, I'll be your sous chef here.
So good, so good. And let's throw in, I don't have another measuring, so we'll just use
Paul,
this.
who taught you how to make latkes?
You know, every older woman in the Jewish community at the local synagogue. It was called, there used to be 2 synagogues, a Reform and a Conservative. There are 5 branches of Judaism that are just as varied and different as Pentecostal to Greek Orthodox. But the one in Salt Lake here was a mix of 2 communities, and they called it All My People. Kolami. Perfect. You did a great job. Beautiful.
Okay, there we go.
Beautiful job. Now, we take all of that good stuff and we form it into a little patty. I'm going to make 2 tiny patties out of this. Don't mind getting your hands a little dirty. Throw it in. Ready?
Our grease is hot. It's hot and ready to go. And
we'll do it again.
Fry it up there.
We're going to fry up another little one.
Okay.
Pew! Right in.
You grew up in Utah, right here in Holiday.
right in Holiday, Utah. Went to Holiday Elementary, that's now the City Hall, Olympus Junior, Olympus High.
And started exploring magic at the age of 8, and now you perform around the world, including inside the NBA.
Yes, this last weekend I was with Shaq and Charles Barkley and the Jet there, and Ernie, Kenny the Jet, on inside the NBA. Did 10
Here you
minutes.
are on TNT with all the big sports stars. 10 minutes of magic.
Oh, yeah, they said there were 1 million people watching live, and in the last few days, we've had another 2 million people watch online.
Paul, congratulations.
And so turn it, if you go onto YouTube and type in Paul Draper NBA, you'll see that everywhere you watch TV.
Did you know who those sports stars were?
Oh, this is a rough question for me. I'm not going to answer that. My degrees are in musical theater, rhetoric, and anthropology. I never watched sports in my life.
But you relate with anyone who appreciates magic.
Yes, of course.
And the
Anybody
Latkes.
does. So
Paul,
we're frying these up.
Very long.
No.
They're ready
Sorry
to go.
to splash
That's okay.
you there.
We're splattering.
So we have these fried up delicious latkes. I make thicker ones. Some people make ones that are really, really thin. One of the goals is to make them crispy. Now, if you hand over to me there a couple of things, we'll take the sour cream and the applesauce.
Okay, just seconds left.
Should we try it on?
Let's try that. What do you like, sour cream or the applesauce more?
You choose. What do you like?
I think the applesauce.
Do it.
Yes, let's put it on there and just kind of drizzle.
Just put it on. Just put it
drizzle
on.
it right on there.
So this started being made. Yeah. Grab it. Take a bite. What do you think of that? Crunchy.
I like the crisp. I like the sweetness of the applesauce. And I like that you shared the recipe.
Yeah, come and make latkes. Join in with this tradition.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
And for anyone who wants to book you, what should they do?
PaulDraper.com. HTTPS, PaulDraper.com.
You forgot your name for a second.
I did.
So excited.
You can come and see me at PaulDraper.com. Direct from the NBA to you.
Thank you, Paul. We'll be back with more Good Things Utah after this. I'm going in again.
Oh.
This season of lights is upon us, and whether you are lighting the menorah or enjoying the warmth of family traditions, there's a special magic in the air. Joining us this morning is Rabbi Sam Spector from Congregation Kol Ami right here in Salt Lake City to share more about the traditions and the stories behind the festival, some upcoming events, and Luna joining us in this segment as well. Welcome, Rabbi.
Thank you. I'm so honored to be here, and I'm so honored to be the rabbi of Congregation Kol Ami here in Salt Lake City, but I might even be slightly more honored to be the rabbi of GTU's own Paul Draper, so that's a big honor for me.
That's right. The two of you are friends.
We are good buddies.
I'm glad that he brought you to us. We are big fans of him, so big fans of you as well. And we're so happy that you're here to share your traditions with us. So, Luna, do you know much about Hanukkah?
No, not really.
Let's learn together. My first question is, when does it start? Do you wonder that too? When's the date?
That's a great question. So it's always in the Jewish calendar, the 25th of Kislev, but that switches around in the American calendar that we use. So somewhere between the end of November and the end of December. This year, the first night of Hanukkah actually overlaps with Christmas. It's going to be the night of December 25th. So a fun time for everyone, no matter what you celebrate.
Oh, and when it kicks off, what's the first thing that happens?
Well, at sundown, we are going to light our Hanukkah. A Hanukkah is a menorah specifically for Hanukkah, and this one is my Utah Hanukkah that I call my Hanukkah, as it has our skiers on it. And the first night, we light one candle. We have our leader candle, and we use it to light one candle, and we add a candle each night.
Luna and I were looking at this, and you're the one that noticed that they were on skis.
Yeah, but I was just, because it looks like they're about to
To go, huh?
They are downhill skiers, absolutely.
I love it.
themselves down.
It's so cool, though. I love that that's Utah related. And then what about this one?
This one, well, you can have so many different types of Hanukkah. That's the plural of Hanukkah. This one is a fire truck. My kids like that one a good bit. But we also, I love my Menorahsaurus. I didn't bring that today, but that is a dinosaur that looks like menorah. So there you go.
I love it. You are making things so fun. But talk about the meaning of Hanukkah. You say it's a time to appreciate our unique identity, refocus, reflect. What else? What does it encompass?
Well, so Hanukkah is a story of how about 2,200 years ago, people said you should stop being Jewish, you should assimilate and be like everyone else. And with Hanukkah, we said, no, we are going to be dedicated, that's what the word Hanukkah literally means, dedicated to our faith and to our tradition. And so it's a big holiday about being proud of who you are and religious freedom. But also, Luna was asking me right beforehand about the candles, and Hanukkah happens to take place at the darkest time of the year and the coldest time of the year. There's not even any moonlight really over Hanukkah. And so this is an opportunity for us to create some light as well and to bring light into our world.
That's beautiful. And I love what you said about no assimilating. What we believe and what sets us apart, makes us different. Those are our superpowers, don't you think, Luna?
Yeah.
I'm a big believer in that.
Wouldn't it be so boring if we were all the same? I think so.
I do too. I tell my little boys that all the time.
Good message.
We need to learn from each other. All right, the dreidels.
Yes. Brought some dreidels. So our dreidel, this one might be a little easier to see. I won't spin it since it's made out of ceramic, but we have 4 letters on it: Nun, Gimel, Hey, and Shin, which stands for, in Hebrew, Nes Gadol Haya Sham. A great miracle happened there, referring to the land of Israel, the miracle of Hanukkah. And we play this game with our children here, and we spin it, and when it lands on one of the letters, you either get a whole bunch of stuff if you get a good letter like Gimel, or hey, you get half of the pot. But you might get a bad letter like Shin and have to put one of your items into the middle for people to risk it. So you can play with Cheerios, you can play with little chocolate gold coins, you can play with almost anything. Look it up online. This is a fun game for everyone to play that is super easy. Entertain your kids for hours, and all you need is a dreidel and some Cheerios.
What kind of foods are you eating as you're doing this?
So we love to eat latkes, which I know Paul is going to teach you how to make in just a little bit. And those are potato pancakes. With Hanukkah, there's a lot to do with oil. And so we fry a lot of foods. And in Israel in particular, you will see jelly donuts everywhere. So I try to avoid Israel during Hanukkah because I put on too much weight. So
if Luna and I want to come out and celebrate, you have some things happening in the community.
Absolutely. We have stuff almost every night, but in particular, a couple of things I want to point out are on Sunday night, the 29th, we are going to be at the Mill Creek Commons doing some ice skating and also lighting the menorah with Mill Creek Mayor Jeff Silvestrini. And then the next night on December 30th, we are going to be, Monday night, a week from tonight, we are going to be with Salt Lake City Mayor Aaron Mendenhall at the City County Building.
Perfect. We will link to everything. Let's spin our trails. We'll be right back.
Let's do it.
Ready?
Happy Hanukkah.